Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Hi. Hey there, Floss Tube. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer with
Bill.
Oh, that's not how you said it before.
Mr. HOD.
Mr. HOD. Hashtag Mr. HOD. Well, we're coming at you from the kitchen on a Tuesday night with a little happy hour again. Clink. What do you got?
Zoltan IPA from Exile Brewing in Des Moines, Iowa.
Nice. And I've got a little margarita action. So I'm gonna take another little sip. It's been, okay, it's the end of the day. We're in the kitchen because we're hungry and we're cooking. So, but we knew we wanted to film a Floss Tube tonight. So it was film a Floss Tube, eat dinner at 10 o'clock, or eat dinner and then film the Floss Tube at 10 o'clock.
And you wouldn't want us to be on there after dinner at 10 o'clock at night.
No. So we're gonna do a little cooking, and quite frankly, the way we've talked about this, he's probably gonna be doing more chopping and cooking. You know, what the heck, why not? Gotta try something different. So you're gonna chop potatoes, right?
Yep.
And I've got, I've been not slow roasting, in the slow cooker all day, a pork roast. So we'll talk to you later about what we're making. But it's been a while since our last video, so I actually kind of made a list again, just keep me on track. And I did want to say thanks to all the comments and the emails. We've actually gotten a couple saying, you know, we miss you. Where are you? We're here. Really, we're here.
Yeah, we are here.
It's been a month, and when I say it's been a month, I'm actually referring to August.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I sent an email to somebody this evening and said I'd have something to him by August 21st. I meant September 21st, but I don't even know what month it is.
I'm not exactly sure where August went to. And I realize, the middle of next week will be the middle of September. I'm still going to be talking about August. So, you know, it's just been a crazy year. I mean, we're experiencing it just like you, just like everybody else. And I won't go on and on about that much. I know everybody likes, let's just get to the stitching. I will, I promise. Because we've got lots to show, lots to share. But yeah, first of all, I do want to say, you know, number one, yes, as I said, thank you for the comments and saying that you missed us and where were we. And August was kind of crazy. We wrapped up the teaching schedule in August. We wrapped up the teaching schedule that wasn't supposed to wrap up until November. So many things got canceled or delayed or pushed back, or so I did a few of my retreats via Zoom, and that's been an interesting experience.
It's worked out well.
Yeah, I think so. So we're kind of, we're looking at some things, you know, some possibilities, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, good, because I can't do this alone. So, but I do want to say thank you to the shops that have done the Zoom retreats. Thank you for embracing something new and technology, and the stitchers who have been coming to them, and just, you know, it's been kind of just a huge bummer because we're all doing the work to put on a retreat that, you know,
doesn't happen.
That isn't happening. So that it does kind of stink. And that's partly what some of our August adventure was. I was going to say, yeah, thank you. You want to cut that part out.
I'm the assistant chef.
Yeah, no. He's actually more the chef than I am. But anyway, that was actually part of our August. Like, why August? Like, I feel like I just kind of hit a wall in August. We were supposed to go to the one retreat that I thought might actually take place, and that was in Brick City in Ocala, Florida. And at the last minute, I mean, literally like weeks beforehand, of course, Ocala, you know, jumped up with cases, and we couldn't have it. So in the meantime, you were actually supposed to come with me to that trip, and then we were going to drive to Sanibel, and then our kids were going to fly in, and we were going to have a family vacation. We've been planning this like forever. Well, the family vacation couldn't happen, but we worked pretty quickly and found a place in North Carolina where we could all fly into, and we felt be pretty safe. And so of course we, you know, flew to North Carolina right into Hurricane Isaias. So bucket list check. You know, if I ever wanted to ride out a hurricane, we did it. And if I was ever like near a hurricane where they said it was going to be like a hurricane level 2 or whatever, peace out. I'm gone. That hurricane, that was not fun.
It was a 1, but the right eye wall came right over us. It was an interesting evening.
Yeah, it was. A couple days without power, lost all the food we bought for vacation, but you know, the end result was we had some great memories, and we were all safe and we were all together. So that was kind of, but
that's what matters.
But August just, you know, has brought a lot of other stuff, so I just kind of hit that wall, and I don't know. So, but we're here, and I've got some new releases to talk about, and I've got some other things. This past weekend, Labor Day, Bill and I did some much needed work in the studio, reorganizing, building shelves. We had a shelf that was leaning over like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I was afraid that poor Lorna, who packs a lot of your orders, was going to be caught underneath it. And we didn't want that.
No.
So, but part of it is going through the models and repacking them for storage and for, you know, so they're easy to find when trunk shows. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a quick little like, hey, some of my fall favorites are here. I wanted to share them with you because sometimes, you know, when you don't see an older design, you haven't seen it for a while, or it's so funny. I get people that say all the time, "Oh, is that new?" And it's like, no, it's 8 years old.
Could be.
But lots of fun. So I grabbed a couple things that were in our new storage system. Woohoo! And this was one of my this is absolutely probably my favorite Halloween thing I've ever done. It's called Blissfully Unaware. And what it says, if you are reading this, then you are blissfully unaware of what is creeping up behind you. I just love those little hands, those little zombie hands reaching out from the ground. It was funny. I remember having this at market. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. St. Charles.
Yeah, it was at St. Charles. And shop owners, you could just kind of tell, because I mean, obviously that's a lot of reading to do on your cross stitch. And they would come in and they'd be reading it and they'd be like, ah! And you could tell like when they got to the bottom. Mm-hmm. It was kind of funny. Anyway, maybe you had to be there. I don't know.
No, it was fun.
So, also I packed a bunch of fall stuff together like this. These are, like I said, some of my personal faves. I do actually have quite a few out on a trunk show right now down in Ocala. I did go ahead and ship that to her because she is open. You have to wear a mask and all that kind of good stuff, but you can go, I think till next week she's got my things. So how's the potatoes coming?
Wonderful.
Yay, okay. Okay, so this is Give Thanks. It's just a simple little chart. I believe it's Weeks in Gentle Art on, that's a fabric by Stephanie. It's called Jack's Rum. It's a fun color. And this was originally in just Cross Stitch magazine, and then I released it myself because I had so many people asking about it. It's a simple chart, but I love the sentiment. I love the white pumpkins. I love the colors. Sorry, I'm blocking your view. He's cracking eggs here. I'm trying to get the egg whites. So that's for our French fries. And then here's another one. I told you I love my white pumpkins. Hey there, pumpkin. That's another favorite. This was actually a finishing class. Oh, did we do this as an easel or a frame? I can't remember.
I don't recall.
The finishing, it was meant to be a finishing class, and oh no, it was on a board. It was mounted on a board with like I did the year and chalk frames, like with
Clipboard?
Yeah, like a little clipboard kind of thing. But anyway, so I released that, and this was a fun frame that Eastside Moldings, a company that is really no more. I think they got bought out by somebody else. This is actually a chalkboard paint frame. So on the cover, you'll notice that I actually drew a little bit on the chalkboard. It's kind of gotten mushed over the last every time I move it, kind of thing. So that's a fun one. And then of course,
good stuff.
Old Bay. The whole house will smell like Old Bay tomorrow. That's okay. But okay, this is from the chart, Autumn Skies. There are 2 designs in the chart, and this is one of them, This Way to the Pumpkin Patch. And this was, of course, finished by the lovely Rita of Snowberry Needle Arts. She just, I tell her every once in a while, I send something to her, I'm like, do what you want, and she does. So I love that one. So that's just a little fall parade of some of, I guess, we'll fall in the one Halloween, some of my favorite fall designs. And I'm putting them all back in my bag because that's half the battle in the storage room, is put everything back where you found it, right?
On a timely basis.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. But so a couple things in this whole reorganization of the lower level, we've actually kind of been moving where I sew, because I like to quilt. We've been moving that around. Hold on one second, I gotta reach. I've got all this stuff in front of me and a pork roast, so it's all gonna smell like that.
Do not mix the two. I would not taste it.
We could have cotton and pork roast for dinner.
Let's not do that.
Anyway, so as I was unpacking things, first of all, I did share this. I showed it on one of our videos, our happy hour videos, that I was working on this. Oops. We're a little scattered tonight. No, we're a lot scattered tonight. I was showing you my my no pattern rainbow quilt, and it's done. Ta-da! Woo! See, we go from, I don't know, it's probably more colors than are in an actual rainbow, but I don't care. I wanted, as you moved across, I wanted you to get the full effect of the rainbows. And I didn't have a pattern. This was, it was jelly roll, a white grunge jelly roll, and then the other jelly roll, the bright prints, was a Tula Pink. I don't know what line it was. It's older, so I don't think you can get that anymore. But I'm so happy to have this finally done. I'm going to go see my friend who does quilting in a few weeks, and I'm going to take this to her. I decided, it's just a lap quilt, so I decided I'm actually not going to put any other border or binding on, or border on it, but I'm going to have a binding. I think I'm going to pick one of the bright colors that's in there and get some solid binding on it in that bright color. I think that'll be really pretty. Just kind of make it pop. So now I am covered in all kinds of fuzz. What are you doing over there?
Good.
All right.
Laying things up.
Okay, dinner's gonna be so good tonight. But, so while I was rearranging everything, okay, who does this? Who finds complete quilts that are done, that are packed away and never, yep. So, okay, we were actually watching a TV show, and there was this quilt in this TV show. I can't remember what it was we were watching, and I thought, I made a quilt that looked like that. I wonder what happened to it. Well, it got packed in a box and got found a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, like literally, I was having some friends over a couple weekends ago, kind of an impromptu little stitch-in, and 2 of us were quilting and the other was stitching. And I'm like, you guys, I can't believe I found these. So this is a quilt I actually made, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It's done. Look at that cool edging, like little piano keys edging. I don't know what I was waiting for. Maybe I thought I was like gonna get another border or something. Excuse me, it's an old Kate Spade fabric. And I actually have, see, at least if you're gonna put stuff away, put the fabric that you think you might either do a border or a binding. So I have enough fabric for border and binding. So I actually think I'm just gonna leave the piano keys edge and then do binding in one of those too. But I mean, I'm like, I could have been using this and snuggling under this all these many years, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, I just wanna get dinner in the oven, honey.
We're working on it.
Okay, so what are you gonna do now? Cut the oven?
The onion?
Onion? Sorry,
Yes.
what did I say? Oven?
Oven.
Did you set the timer for 10 minutes?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Okay. We'll explain later what we're doing. People are gonna be like, I can't believe they're doing this in the kitchen as they're making dinner, but you know, that's just the way it is.
Why not?
Okay, so here's another one I found. This is a table runner. I still remember making this. This is how I found it packed away. Isn't that a pretty table runner? It's actually Mary Engelbreit line of fabric. And behind it, the fabric for the backing. I mean,
it's all set up, ready to go.
It's all set, ready to go. And here's the kicker. I had the binding made and it's ironed and ready to go. I don't know what I was thinking. I just put it all away and I forgot about it. That is not like me. That's just not like me. So
that usually does not happen.
No, I don't know what's going on. So there we go. This will be a sweet little table runner. I think I can probably quilt this one myself. Although I might just take it to Ginny anyway, because if I put it away somewhere again, it might be another 3 years before I find it. And wait, there's more. This, okay, I think I put this one away because I was a little disappointed in how it turned out. It was supposed to be like just a blankie. It wasn't supposed to be like for a bed or anything like that. Well, what I ended up with was a big square. But still, look. Pretty colors. And again, here's the backing. I had to piece the backing, so I gave it some fun panels down the middle. And the binding is completely done. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I have to say that.
You'll be all right.
I'll get over it.
You'll be okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of, when you it pays to clean things up every once in a while, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I promise that's the end. There's no more. There's no, but wait, there's more. So there we go. That's kind of the goofy thing that's been happening in our house lately. And I hear a lot of people say, because they're stuck in the house or they've got things going on, they're like, it's just been weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's been very weird. So I think that brings us to
new releases.
New releases. All right. So I sent the email out to shops earlier today. And I started posting about it. And if you follow me at all on social media, we've been having a lot of fun with these goofy flamingos. And they're not going to make an appearance here tonight. But you never know. They might some other time.
They're restricted to the basement.
Yeah.
To the studio. Sorry. Yes. They're restricted to the studio. They're on studio arrest for gross misbehavior.
Yes, they've been all over the place. I don't know. Okay, it all started a couple of years ago with Lorna, who we were gone this one time.
Well, the year before that, we took them to market.
Yes, we took them to market, and we kind of had funny little stories with them, like them flying out the window and putting them to bed and giving them a bath. Little did we know that our dear friend Lorna would take that story and run with it. And we were actually gone one time, and she was watching our animals in the house and getting the mail in and that kind of stuff. And she found the flamingos. First of all, I knew the state that I left my house in, or my basement, and I was horrified that she went into that part of the house because it was bad. And then she started sending me pictures of my flamingos posed in, they were out by the pool, they were having a party.
Empty beer cans and cigarettes, and it was extremely well done.
Yeah.
It was well done.
So game on. So we kind of kept going with the flamingos, and people started, literally, I walked into the hotel at Market that year, and it wasn't, oh, hey, Cathy, how are you? It was, where are the flamingos?
Did you bring the flamingos?
Like, no, I didn't, but I came.
Yeah, we're here.
But anyway, so the flamingos, we've just loved having fun with them, and I'm happy that you all seem to enjoy that too. So partly, I I designed these as I was teaching the Ocala gals. So they've all been really, really good about it, not putting any sneak peeks out there, because they've had this chart, they've had the designs for a little bit. That was kind of one of their bonuses for taking part in the Zoom class. So, and it was funny because they all asked, they said, can we show this on social media? And I was like, and none of them did. I was very, of course, whatever, we won't go there. So starting next Tuesday and Wednesday is when shipments, really Wednesday, is when shipments are going to start heading out to shops with the new designs. We've got 5 ornaments that are heading out. So the first is going to be, we're calling this like a mini series. It's not like the start of a big series or anything like that. What did you say? You said do a mini series like, you said like in the 80s, when we had mini series.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. What kind of,
I can't think of one now. That's terrible.
We were naming all kinds of mini series from the 80s, and yeah, now we can't think of it. And I said, well, yeah, we could do like a mini series, but we're going to do it like Netflix because we're going to release them all at the same time.
Exactly. So it's a binge release.
Yes, it's a binge release of Flamingos. It's a flamboyance of Flamingos. So we are releasing all 3 of the Flamingo Christmas ornaments at the same time next week. So the first one up, with the suspense and everything, is Fa-La-La-Mingo. We got a fun, cute little couple with their Santa hats on. And I think they're just so much fun. The fabric, the linen, the models are stitched on 32 count Icelandic blue from Witchelled Imports. Any just pale blue, I don't know, honestly, I can't remember if this one comes in either 28 count or a 14 count or 16 count, but surely it's just a very pale blue. And the thread is Weeks Dye Works. So Fa-La-La-Mingo, look at those scarves. Kind of looks like a giraffe scarf would have to be. And then there's Flamingo bells. I just love this one, it's so regal. And then you got those goofy little socks. I just think that's so pretty. And then flamingos all the way to the top. And they've got a bunch of ornaments. And you've got a flamingo tree. So you'll notice they're all finished the same way. There will be a template on the website. As I said, the thread is Weeks Dye Works. 1 skein of each of the Weeks Dye Works is enough to stitch all 3. I do, of course, always give DMC substitutes. It's that little number in parentheses behind the name of the hand dyed. I don't list those on my website. I get people that, why don't you put those on the website? Well, because I work with these hand dye companies and I want to, promote them. But I do also understand that some stitchers prefer to do DMC. So the DMC is available on the chart. But I just think, and then of course if you do the DMC route, of course 1 skein would also be enough for that. So just fun. These are individual little charts. So these are the 3. I'm not planning any more, right?
Right.
Somebody commented, is this the start of a Flamingo 12 Days of Christmas? No, it is not. Let's put that out there. So just lots of fun. Now the rickrack, or not the pom, is the Lady Dot hand dyed pom, and she came up with this color just for them. And she said I get to name them because I think there was Mingo rickrack, which is darker and browner, and it's definitely pinkier. So another name for flamingos, or a nickname, is Pinki. So I said, well, let's call them Pinki Poms. So they come on 3 separate cards, just like that, 1, 2, 3. And that's what we'll be shipping out to shops next Wednesday. And a week from, yes. No, a week from tomorrow.
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
You are correct. I don't know what month it is. How the heck would I know what day of the week
We're still thinking about August. Oh my. All right, have another sip, honey.
Am I fired?
Oh.
Time to turn the potatoes.
Yeah, time to turn the potatoes. Anyway, so these 3 will start shipping out to shops next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow. Anyway, so just have fun with them. I stitched all these, and let me tell you, they did not take long to stitch. And I'm excited that it was just one skein of each. Was enough to do all 3 ornaments. So, and I will be putting a page on the tutorial page on the website that is has the template. So if you do 16 count or 32 count, you would be able to use that template to get that nice kind of window shape. And then, of course, you can always enlarge it, shrink it for different for different counts of linen and whatnot. So, and I just did, again, of course, the palm trim. I did a fun backing. I did the same backing on all of them. And then I just did cute little kind of driftwoody, beachy colors of bows and hangers for the top of the ornaments. And they're a nice little ornament size. So plenty of times to get these still stitched and decorated for your tree. So I hope you have fun with them. I really enjoyed designing them, and I love when I can actually sit and just kind of giggle as I'm, designing something. And if it makes me laugh, it makes me smile, then anyway, so that's how they doing. Pretty good. Okay. I'll tell you later what we're making. But so anyway, I wish you could smell it in here. It smells really good. So not only do we have the chance for a Flamboyance holiday, we are also wrapping up the Secret Santa series. Mm-hmm. All right, and again, you're gonna get 2 cards like this. And where they go? Oh, they're right here in front of me. So, yeah. Okay, so the first one is going to be, and I don't have the other ones to share because they're gone on the trunk show. Mm-hmm. So, this next one will be Spread Joy. Santa just spreads joy wherever he goes, including across that banner. All right, I just love the little candy canes. I like plays on words. I don't know, they're fun. Mm-hmm. Between the 2 of us, we usually can get that done.
It's fun putting them together, coming up with it.
And then, of course, okay, this one, do we give the backstory behind this one? This is Mr. HOD's favorite. That's Jingle All the Way. He's just swinging those bells to beat the band. Okay, so the story behind this one is, you've surely seen the meme, and I don't mean to offend anybody with, language. But, Jingle All the Way, because nobody likes a half-assed jingler. I have to say that quiet. So that was the story behind this one. Jingle all the way, because you gotta jingle all the way. If you're gonna jingle all the way. But I just love the little, him marching along. Our youngest was in marching band, and I always think of the drum major, marching along, and I don't know. So I think this Santa's kind of like the drum major. But so anyway, so that's it. There were 8 in all, and should I show?
Sure.
I
think you should.
So you remember the whole idea was that on the bottom of each card that you got was a portion of the 9th and Secret Santa, and I do want to talk about that a little bit. But anyway, so if you kept up, you started stitching. He started looking like this, and then he grew a little bit, and then you definitely got a plaid feel going on there, and then the Santa appeared, and that's your Secret Santa. Plaid tidings. He's got a little row of gifts at the top, which that's what's actually on card number 8. And just a nice Scottish plaid on the bottom, and just a jolly old Saint Nick. So if you got all 8 cards, there's a portion starting at the bottom, and you can work your way to the top. Now, I did discover this as I was charting. It's not an oops, it's not a goof, the chart's fine. When I was doing the bottom, I was so intent on making sure that the sides lined up, that in a couple of them, like I might have, say, 59 squares across. In like 2 of them, I think I have like 57 squares across. So if you're gonna like cut this bottom and then try and line, like say copy that and then try and line them all up, they are not going to line up. I'm just telling you that right now. If the whole idea was that when you do these, you get about 8 or 9 rows at a time. And there's a row here that's a repetition from the row before, and that's kind of got a gray screen on top of it to show you the overlap. The easiest way to do it is start stitching from the bottom and then just keep adding the rows. It's going to be a little frustrating if you're trying to line everything up. The edges line up. It's just that the boxes in between are going to be just a little off. Now, if you want to play with your copier, reduce and enlarge a little bit to make it line up, fine. But if you just,
It'll be close enough to figure out.
Yeah, it definitely will. And I haven't had anybody say anything, about it. But I've seen a lot of you posting pictures as you go. So I'm excited to see maybe a few more of you starting to post your Secret Santa. This was such a fun thing to do. I felt like, for those that went along, you got a little gift. You got that 9th guy. So it's been a fun series. Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, Vintage Tiffany. Weeks Dye Works is the Floss. Kreinik Thread is the little sparkle. Just another button company for the little holly bead at the bottom was the perfect touch. And again, template available on the website. Here, you want to hold one? You want to hold the secret guy?
Sure.
So this is the final. I'm always kind of sad to see a series come to an end. But I will be, every time I do a new Christmas series or like a new Halloween series, I do with my Christmas decorations, a lot of things stay the same, but I always change up the mantle based on the Christmas series that I did the year before. So this coming Christmas, it's going to be a Secret Santa mantle. All right. So again, these will be shipping with the Flamingos. It ended up just being a very Christmas release. That's okay. Christmas is fun. And we did kind of laugh because we're jingling all the way and we're flamingling all the way at the same time. So we just really like that saying.
We're just going all the way.
Absolutely. Anyway, so those will be, so if it's something that you like, call your shop, email them, get on a list. I literally, within 5 minutes of sending out the shop email, I already had pre-orders from shops. So I think they're pretty excited about it. And hopefully it sounds like you are too. I know we certainly are. They were just a lot of fun to do, and we've had just a great time with it. So anyway, anything else?
Hi, Daisy.
The doggie's here. She smells dinner. Well, I guess, should we tell them what we're having for dinner?
Sure.
Okay, I've had a pork roast in the slow cooker all day, and then now we're gonna shred it, and I'm going to make pulled pork barbecue. And so we just, at this point, we'll just shred it, add some onions, add some, she's gonna think she's getting something.
No. Just goes. Oh, she doesn't want to stand up.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, well, thought maybe Daisy could, oh, there we go. Yay.
Hi.
She likes her hugs.
Can you say hi?
Yeah. No, she wants you.
She was on.
Yeah. So pulled pork barbecue, we love it because actually it's been a while since I've made it, but because we can have it for a couple nights and then it freezes really well. And then we're having Oprah fries. Everybody always says, what are Oprah fries? Well, they're really delicious and they come from a cookbook. They're not called Oprah fries. That's what we call them. Years ago, there was Rosie was her chef, and she had a cookbook, and it was on the Oprah show, and I was watching it or something, and I thought, oh my gosh, those look really good. I have to get that cookbook. And it's called something else, but basically you take a good old potato and cut it this way, long ways, like 1/4 inch, like fries.
Thin slices.
Thin slices, yep. And then you put them into a bowl, and then put, what, 3 egg whites?
Did 3.
Yeah, it just kind of, so they can be coated, egg whites, and then coat that, and then the ingredient for us, and honestly, I don't even remember if this was in the recipe and I just accidentally like changed it one day, but it's kind of like what we've done from the very beginning. We don't even follow the recipe anymore, but we use Old Bay seasoning. That's the East Coast in us, I guess. And just pour that on top of it, you know, the more you like
Season
it.
it to how you like.
Yeah, season to taste. And then put those on a cookie sheet that's been sprayed with Pam. Here's the part, and here's why we decided to go ahead and do this now, is because you'll notice the timer goes off and he pulls the fries out. It's every 10, about what, 50 minutes? Mm-hmm. Every 10 minutes, we pull the cookie sheet out and flip them. I am not normally a kind of a cooker, a baker, a chef, or whatever, that if it says, you know, halfway through flip, I'm like, it's fine. Yeah. I don't follow the rules. I don't follow the instructions a lot, sorry. But for this, I do, because then it gets them nice and crisp.
They're really crisp. And they're really good.
And they're so good. And we actually hadn't had them for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, I got a wild hair and I'm like, Oprah fries, yeah, we're gonna have those. And I think all I have to do is say to him, Oprah fries. I get the big thumbs up, like, what's for dinner? So that's what's for dinner. And then probably 50 million tomatoes too, because I feel like it was the year of the tomato in everybody's gardens. I'm seeing lots of tomato pictures.
The year of the tomato and the banana pepper.
And banana pepper. And we've done a lot of freezer sauce. Mm-hmm. And you made, this was new and they're delicious. New for us. Banana, pickled,
refrigerator pickles.
Yeah, refrigerator pickles, but banana peppers. And they're really good. Do you want to just can wait a second and?
Sure.
Oh, you were going to show them? Get a jar, and they're.
That's called a miscue. I thought this is what I was being instructed to do.
So they're pretty and they're really delicious. But I figured we were probably going to wrap up and then we could get going on.
There
dinner.
we go.
So, as I was saying goodbye, they probably don't want to see your back.
Probably not.
Anyway, so thank you for bearing with us through this really goofy show. I guess, you know, that's what happy hour does to you. I don't know. I swear we just started. But thank you for the love and the comments with our naughty little flamingos and on the new designs, and thank you for the comments that you missed us, and we're happy to be back. And
you want to say bye?
No, she just wants a hug. So we probably better go because we got the timer saying we need to turn our Oprah fries. Yes.
We don't want to ruin those.
No. Anyway, so hope everybody's being well and staying healthy, and yes, and God bless all those teachers and all the students and the parents and everybody that's back in school in one way, shape, or another. So in the meantime, till we see you next time, enjoy the stitch.